RPG Maker horror games are a special type of game. RPG Maker has become a platform to empower people to follow their dream of developing games. There are an immense number of them, all with different type of stories. Today, I am going to talk of an RPG Maker horror game that has a compelling and dark story. Lullaby is an RPG Maker horror game made by developer Soul's Mind Palace, and right now it's available on itch.io. Hi everyone, my name is Jeremy, and this is my non-spoiler review for Lullaby. One of the most important things in any RPG Maker horror game is the story of the game. So what is the premise of Lullaby? In Lullaby, you play as Haru, a 15-year-old girl who lives in an orphanage and has selective mutism and retrograde amnesia, meaning she can't talk and she can't remember her past. All she remembers is her name and a lullaby. One night, she hears someone singing this lullaby and she escapes the orphanage to follow the mysterious voice, only to find herself trapped in a creepy town that she can't leave. What makes the story of Lullaby great is that it's short and concise, and it gives you subtle details that let you know that there are some even darker tones underneath the already sad story. In the music and sound department, the game features some pretty good original music to set the tone for the locations of the game. The one track that really stood out is the lullaby that the main character of the game remembers. It is included in the opening title menu and in different important moments in the game. In the title menu, it has this effect as if it came from a music box, and later in the game, someone sings it. In both formats, the lullaby sounds beautiful. Lullaby also features a little bit of voice acting in the intro sequence and in the ending, which is always a nice touch because it breathes life into the game, making it even more engaging. And with regards to the graphics of this game was made with RPG Maker 15 Ace, so the graphics are sprite based. It looks clean and it gets the job done. What makes this game special is that the character sprites are custom made and look good, and each character features custom art that has changes depending on the expressions of the characters, and that's a good detail. So gameplay wise, what can we say about Lullaby? The gameplay of this game consists of you exploring your surroundings for key items and clues, and speaking to different characters to move the story forward. You mainly move the story forward through what seems to be like a fetch quest. There are different characters that need different items. You need to find some items first so that the corresponding character can give you another item that another character needs, and so on. Just like any RPG Maker horror game, there are certain key moments where you need to make important decisions that could give you a game over screen if you make the wrong decision, or move the story forward if you make the right decision. And this is one of those things that I was worried about when I was playing this game, because a lot of RPG Maker horror games really abuse this idea that there's only one right decision and a lot of wrong decisions, and you're constantly getting a game over screen. And I know that for some people that's really fun and entertaining. To me, that's just really annoying when it's abused. And thankfully, this game doesn't abuse that system. And there are only a few moments like that that are actually really fun and work in favor of the gameplay experience. The game also features a few puzzles that are well done and that challenge you to think a little to solve them without being too hard. And another important detail to mention is that this game doesn't have multiple endings. It only has one, which I didn't mind, and I even preferred it that way. So if I had to say what were the pros or the things that I really liked about this game, first of all, I would have to say the sprite work and the custom art, because they look beautiful and it makes the game really pleasing to look at. Secondly, the story is mysterious and interesting from beginning to end, which is something that I really appreciate because it keeps you engaged all the way throughout. And last but not least, the main character's selective mutism was a unique choice that I think added an interesting layer to the game in the way it plays into the gameplay. Now, if I had to say what were the cons of this game, I would have to say first of all that I wish the game did something more interesting and varied gameplay wise. I enjoyed the gameplay, but found that there wasn't much variety in the type of things that you needed to do. It would have been nice to add other gameplay elements within what RPG Maker offers to give the player more variety and change things up a little. Also, I think that considering that the main character is mute and needs to use pencil and paper to talk, that the game could have done more with this because I feel like it's underutilized throughout the game. And finally, I feel like certain characters are very underutilized and that something more interesting could have been done with them. Particularly, I am talking about the owner of the music shop and the boy that you help find the locker's code. I obviously won't say anything else because I want to evade spoilers. Suffice it to say that some very dark things were hinted at with these characters, but the game and the story doesn't do much more with them. In conclusion, Lullaby is a simple RPG Maker horror game with a unique, compelling, and sad story, and some beautiful character art designs that allow it to stand out and allows the player to have a memorable, creepy, enjoyable time while playing it. For this reason, I recommend that you play Lullaby. Like I said in the beginning, you can find this game in .itch.io if you're interested in picking it up. So that's gonna be it for this non-spoiler review. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!
My world began with green. What was green? Everything. It was everywhere I looked. Trees, grass, moss. All I knew was the color green, and the merciless cold.
Hi everyone, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel to keep up to date with our content.